Annyeong! Is your Korean improving every day? It is essential that you have a strong will or objective when you are learning a new language. Your brain won't work efficiently when you feel like someone is forcing you to study. But you, my dear 학생, you chose to watch this video instead of so many cat videos on YouTube with your own will, and it proves your potential. You have my utmost respect for this, so keep up the great work. Before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce you to our Google Classroom. Please show you how to get into our Google Classroom. So once you're inside any video on our channel, you'll be able to see a description box where I've mentioned a link that you can click on to join our Google Classroom. It directly leads you there, so you can click on that to enter our classroom. Or alternatively, you can also copy paste this code on a Google Classroom website and enter our Google Classroom that way. So once you're inside our Google Classroom, you'll be able to see some copyright statement that I strongly suggest you read at least once before using all the free contents provided on this website. And if we go to classwork, you can see that I've divided all the contents into 3 different categories. The first one is 문화 배우기. Directly translated, it means learning culture. So it's the Korean culture series that will be uploaded on our channel. And 따라 말하기 is directly translated, means repeat after me, and it's for the practical Korean series on our YouTube channel. And 따라 읽고 쓰기 is like repeating after me and writing, so it's like the intermediate version of 따라 말하기 series. So it's the basic Korean series on our YouTube channel. So as you can see, I've uploaded some class materials here that you can download instantly, and I suggest you print them out and try to write down with your own pen and pencils instead of just looking at with your eyes. I strongly believe when it comes to any language learning, you have to write it down, read it out loud by yourself, and don't just expect someone else to do it for you. I've also embedded the YouTube link that you can just go and watch our video there. So if you are the kind of person who gets really distracted by any entertaining cat videos on YouTube, I suggest that you just come directly to our Google Classroom instead, and there you'll be able to watch the specific YouTube video that goes along the content, the class material that are provided there. So I suggest you do that, and so you'll be able to get all these different resources. Some of you are already enrolled in it, and for those of you who haven't already, I strongly suggest that you do. The worksheets are all free, and I promise you that utilizing them well can make an immense difference. Let me briefly go over some of the reasons why you should use Google Classroom. First of all, like I've said, it's free, and it's 100% related to the videos because all of the materials there are actually used in our class. And it will be good for you to keep record of what you have learned on what specific day. And writing and speaking by yourself is essential in learning a new language. Don't expect your Korean language skill to just suddenly improve just because you finished watching 1 or 2 videos on YouTube. It's not how it works. You have to write and speak for yourself. Now, without further ado, let's get started with today's lesson. So in our second episode of the Practical Korean series, we learned na and 저. Na is used to indicate I when you are talking to your peers, while 저 is used as a more formal and polite expression of I. Today, we'll learn how to introduce yourself to a Korean friend. First, we say 저는 Jamie입니다. I said Jamie because I'm Jamie. So the basic format here is 저는 땡땡땡입니다. 저는, and in the 땡땡땡, which is blah 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 in Korean, in the blank space, you put your name or you can also put your job. And then you say 입니다. It basically means I am blah blah blah. If you put your name in the blank, you're saying my name is something. And if you put your if you put your job in the blank space, you're saying my job is something something. Now, you must all know your names, but what about your job? Do you know how to describe what you do for a living in Korean? Let's take a look at some options. The three most common jobs in Korea would be student, office worker, and journalist. Student is 학생. Office worker is 회사원. Journalist is 기자. Let me read it 3 times each for you. 학생, 학생, 학생. 회사원, 회사원, 회사원. 기자, 기자, 기자. If your job isn't one of the 3 that I've just mentioned, then please leave a comment and I'll let you know how to say your job in Korean. With what we've learned today, we can introduce ourselves quite smoothly in Korean. First, 안녕하세요. 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 It means hello. Second, 저는 제이미입니다. 저는 제이미입니다. 저는 제이미입니다. I am Jamie. Thirdly, 저는 학생입니다. 저는 학생입니다. 저는 학생입니다. I am a student. See? You already know how to say 3 full sentences in Korean. Today we learned the expression 저는 땡땡땡입니다. I am 땡땡땡. As well as student, 학생, office worker, 회사원, journalist, 기자. Maybe you don't feel like that was enough. So here's a bonus sentence for you. 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. It means nice to meet you. Again, 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Now, let's start from the beginning. 안녕하세요. Hello. 저는 제이미입니다. I'm Jamie. 저는 학생입니다. I'm a student. 만나서 반갑습니다. Nice to meet you. Now, I'll put all of these 4 sentences in one expression. 안녕하세요. 저는 제이미입니다. 저는 학생입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. See? Perfect. Good work, everyone. Please don't forget to review everything we've learned today before coming to class next Friday. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It means so much to me. And I think that's it for today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'd be so happy to help you out. And have a nice day. 안녕!